the first woman to become a millionaire in the United States, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. And she was not a woman raised in high society. She was a black woman, born after the resentful abolition law. How do you evaluate this achievement in world history?
I evaluate this achievement as an extremely significant milestone. I was born in 1867, a few years after the abolition of slavery, at a time when opportunities for black people were practically non-existent. I grew up on a plantation in Delta, Louisiana, and faced countless adversities from a young age. Becoming the first black female millionaire in the United States symbolizes a breaking of barriers and a triumph over the racial and gender oppressions that existed at that time. This achievement demonstrates the capacity for resilience, innovation, and entrepreneurship that we, as a black community, possess. It serves as a testimony that even in extremely adverse circumstances, it is possible to achieve great things. Furthermore, my success opened doors for future generations of black and female entrepreneurs, showing that it is possible to turn dreams into reality through hard work and determination. I also hope that my journey inspires other people to fight for their goals and not give up in the face of challenges. My achievement goes beyond personal wealth. It represents progress in the fight for equality and justice, contributing to the progress of society as a whole. It is an example of how we can rewrite our own history and create a lasting legacy.
Madam C.J. Walker, it is a pleasure to have you with us at the Historical Review.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation. I look forward to sharing my story with you.
Were you the youngest daughter? Were your parents and siblings still enslaved? How did this process happen?
Yes, I was the youngest daughter of my parents, Owen and Minerva Breedlove. I was born December 23, 1867, on a plantation in Delta, Louisiana. My parents and older brothers were enslaved, living under the oppressive system that existed in the American South before abolition. I was the first in my family to be born free, following Abraham Lincoln's signing of the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 and the ratification of the 13th Amendment in 1865.
What was it like to experience abolition?
The emancipation process was complex and painful. Although slavery was officially abolished, living conditions and opportunities for freed blacks were extremely limited. My parents, like many other formerly enslaved people, faced enormous challenges, including a lack of access to education, decent work, and safety. Post-emancipation life was still marked by systemic racism, extreme poverty, and violence.
When your parents died, you went to live with your older sister and brother-in-law. Was it because of the abuse that you got married so young?
Yes, that's right. After my parents died, I moved in with my older sister, Louvenia, and her husband in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Unfortunately, the situation was not ideal. I faced a lot of abuse at the hands of my brother-in-law, which made my life even more difficult. To escape this abuse and seek a new opportunity, I married Moses McWilliams at the age of 14. My marriage to Moses was a way to escape the unsustainable conditions in which I lived. Unfortunately, this early decision was driven by a need for security and stability, something many girls in my situation also faced at that time. With Moses, I had my daughter, Alelia, who would become an important part of my life and my future business.
How was the marriage with Moses McWilliams?
The stability I sought in marriage was interrupted when Moses passed away after just a few years of marriage, leaving me a widow at 20 years of age. This loss was a hard blow, but it also forced me to be even more resilient and independent. With the responsibility of raising my daughter alone, I moved to St. Louis, where my 4 brothers lived and worked as barbers. In St. Louis, I worked as a washerwoman and cook, earning only $1.50 a day. It was an extremely difficult period, but it was also when I started dreaming of a better life and developing the idea of my own business.
When did you meet Mr. Walker?
I met Charles Joseph Walker in 1905, while living in St. Louis. I was already starting to develop my own hair products and sell them door to door, but I was still looking for a way to expand my business. Charles, who was an advertiser, played a decisive role in this process. It helped me promote and market my products more effectively.
Did you get married?
We were married in 1906, and it was then that I adopted the name Madam C.J. Walker.
Did he help you build your company?
Charles' support and experience in advertising was invaluable to me, especially in creating marketing strategies and building a strong brand image. Together, we began to expand the hair care business, developing new formulas and promoting them in different regions. Charles helped me realize the importance of effective marketing and professional presentation. With his support, I was able to reach a larger audience and establish a direct sales network with trained sales agents. Although our marriage didn't last forever, we separated a few years later. Charles's impact on my business was significant. Partnering with him was an important step in my journey to building a beauty and hair care empire that would transform my life and the lives of many others.
How did hair products come into your life?
Hair products came into my life because of a personal problem I faced in the late 1890s. At that time, I began to suffer from a scalp condition that caused severe hair loss. Like many Black women of my time, I faced challenges related to hair health, exacerbated by a lack of access to appropriate products and a lack of knowledge about hair care specific to our hair type. My search for a solution led me to try several products and home treatments. I tried several remedies, but many of them were not effective or were simply unsuitable for my hair type. During this time, I met Annie Malone, a Black entrepreneur who sold hair products. I worked as a sales agent for her for a while, which gave me valuable experience in the beauty products business. However, I realized that I wanted to create something of my own, something that would specifically meet the needs of Black women more effectively. That's how I developed Madam Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower, a hair treatment that helped promote healthy hair growth and treat scalp problems. I started selling my product door to door, demonstrating its use and explaining the benefits directly to my customers. My personal approach and the effectiveness of my product quickly brought me success.
At that time, Black women suffered a lot from dandruff and baldness. What were the factors behind this, and what did the products you developed have that hadn't yet been created?
At that time, Black women faced many problems related to hair health, such as dandruff and baldness, due to several factors. Living conditions were difficult, and most of us had limited access to adequate hygiene and personal care products. Many of us worked long hours in environments that were not conducive to maintaining hair hygiene. In addition, poor diet and lack of access to adequate medical care also contributed to these problems. The products available on the market were generally formulated for white people's hair and did not meet the specific needs of Black hair. These products often contained harsh ingredients that could further damage the scalp and hair, worsening problems like dandruff and hair loss. And a lack of knowledge about how to properly care for frizzy and curly hair also contributed to these problems. The products I developed, like Madam Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower, were specifically formulated to treat scalp conditions and promote healthy hair growth in Black women. Unlike existing products, my treatments were based on natural, gentle ingredients such as sulfur, which was known for its medicinal properties and its ability to fight scalp infections. The products I developed, like Madam Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower, were specifically formulated to treat scalp conditions and promote healthy hair growth in Black women. Unlike existing products, my treatments were based on natural, gentle ingredients such as sulfur, which was known for its medicinal properties and its ability to fight scalp infections. My products not only helped relieve dandruff and treat baldness, but also promoted hydration and nourishment of the hair. The Wonderful Hair Grower was a treatment that included scalp massage, which stimulated blood circulation and helped strengthen hair follicle. This holistic, caring approach was something that had not yet been widely developed or marketed to Black women at the time. In addition to the products themselves, I provided education on hair care, which was equally important. I taught my clients about the importance of regular hair hygiene, correct way to wash and condition their hair, and the importance of a healthy diet for hair health. This combination of effective products and hair care education made a huge difference in the lives of Black women and helped establish standards of care that are still relevant today.
Who did you learn all this from?
I learned a lot about hair care through a combination of personal experience, observation, and a little experimentation. My journey began with the need to resolve my own hair health issues. But my first big influence was Annie Malone, a pioneer in the hair care industry for Black women. I worked as a sales agent for her for a while, and that experience gave me valuable insight into the beauty and hair care products business. I learned a lot by watching how she formulated her products and managed her sales operations. At that time, access to information was limited, especially for Black women, but I was dedicated to learning everything I could. I talked to other women, exchanged experiences and knowledge, and tested different formulas and techniques on myself. Through trial and error, I discovered which ingredients worked best to treat scalp issues and promote healthy hair growth. It was a continuous process of learning and improvement. Practical experience, careful observation, and determination to find effective solutions were fundamental to the development of my product.
Are you enjoying the interview? Don't forget to leave a like. This will strengthen the channel, helping us bring more content like this. How did you get resources to start?
I started with practically nothing. I worked as a washerwoman and cook, earning just $1.50 a day. I saved every penny I could, living extremely frugally to scrape together a small startup capital. My first investment was in small batches of ingredients to start experimenting and developing my own hair product formulas. I started selling my products door to door, talking directly to my clients and demonstrating the benefits of my hair treatments. As the business grew, he reinvested everything he earned back into the company. Over time, I was able to open my own factory in Indianapolis and expand the production of my products.
I think you found a great opportunity, took it, and built an empire. But it wasn't alone. You built a business model where women spoke to women, both selling their products and being invited to be sales representatives. It was innovative.
Yes, exactly. I realized early on that I couldn't achieve my goals alone. The business model I created was fundamental to the success of my venture and represented an innovative approach at the time. The focus was on empowering other Black women by offering them economic and personal growth opportunities at a time when these opportunities were extremely limited. I started training Black women to be sales agents for my product. These women went door to door, demonstrating the use of the products, explaining their benefits, and building personal relationships with customers. This direct sales model has not only increased the reach and credibility of my products, but has also provided a stable and significant source of income for many women who would otherwise have few economic opportunities. Additionally, I founded the Madam C.J. Walker Beauty Culturists Union to provide formal training and professionalization for these women. We organized annual conventions where sales agents could get together, share experiences, and learn new sales and hair care techniques. These conventions also functioned as platforms to empower these women by encouraging them to get involved in social and political causes. This collaborative and community approach was one of the keys to my success. These women weren't just my salespeople, they were Madam C.J. Walker brand ambassadors and leaders in their own communities. I am extremely proud to have pioneered this innovative business model, which not only helped build my empire, but also created a lasting legacy of entrepreneurship and female empowerment.
Can we say that your greatest collaborator was your daughter? Can you tell us a little about it? And how did she continue her legacy?
Of course, my daughter A'Lelia Walker was a special collaborator. She played an important role in continuing my legacy. A'Lelia was born on June 6, 1885, from my first marriage to Moses McWilliams. She grew up accompanying me in all my struggles and victories, and from a young age she showed a great interest and talent for business. A'Lelia was a woman of vision and had a very strong entrepreneurial spirit. She helped me grow our business, especially when we opened the cosmetics factory and laboratory in Indianapolis. A'Lelia was responsible for many of the daily operations and was directly involved in product management and marketing, bringing new ideas and approaches that helped modernize and expand our company. After my death, A'Lelia assumed leadership of the company and continued to work hard to maintain and expand the legacy I built. She was known for her charisma and social skills, which helped her strengthen relationships with our sales agents and customers. Additionally, Alelia transformed our home in Harlem, New York, called Villa Lawaro, into a cultural and social center for artists, writers, and leaders in the Black community. She was a strong supporter of arts and culture, promoting events and gatherings that fostered creativity and progress in the African American community during the Harlem Renaissance. Alelia continued to promote female empowerment and entrepreneurship, keeping alive the principles that guided my work. Under her leadership, Madam C.J. Walker Manufacturing Company not only maintained its success, became a symbol of progress and innovation.
You died young, just 51 years old.
Yes, it's true. I died relatively young, at age 51, on May 25, 1919. Cause of my death was high blood pressure and kidney complications, conditions that were not well understood or treated at the time. Although my life was short, I feel like I accomplished a lot and left a significant legacy. I dedicated my life to building a business that not only met the needs of Black women, but also empowered and created economic opportunities for them. I have faced countless challenges, from extreme poverty to racial and gender discrimination, but I have never let these obstacles stop me from pursuing my dreams.
Madam C.J. Walker, you were very important to the Black American community, enabling decent employment for women and working for racial empowerment. Can you tell us a little about it?
From the beginning, my mission was not just to sell hair products, but also to create opportunities and promote self-esteem and dignity among Black women. The business model I developed, based on a network of Black sales agents, became an economic opportunity for these women. At a time when employment options for Black women were extremely limited and often degrading, my company offered a worthy and profitable alternative. These women earned a livelihood, acquired business skills, and became leaders in their communities. In addition to the economic aspect, I committed myself to educating and empowering these women. I organized annual Madam C.J. Walker Beauty Culturists Union conventions, where our sales agents could learn new techniques, exchange experiences, and inspire each other. These events also included talks on entrepreneurship, health, and civil rights, encouraging women to become agents of change in their communities. He actively supported causes related to civil rights and the progress of the Black community. I was a strong supporter of the NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and contributed financially to their campaigns against racial violence and discrimination. I also donated to schools and organizations that promoted the education and well-being of the African American community. One of my greatest accomplishments was using my platform and influence to fight against segregation and racial discrimination. I participated in anti-lynching campaigns and worked to raise awareness about the importance of racial equality. My home in Harlem, known as Villa Lawaro, became a center of cultural and social activity, bringing together leaders, artists, and activists who promoted the advancement of African Americans. My racial empowerment work has been multifaceted. It wasn't just about creating a successful business, but about using that success as a tool to uplift my community. I believe that true power comes from empowering others, and this principle has guided all of my actions and efforts.
Wasn't she persecuted for this?
Yes, I have faced a lot of resistance and persecution because of my racial empowerment work and my efforts to uplift the Black community. Living in a time of intense racial discrimination and segregation, my actions and my company's success have often drawn criticism and opposition from both individuals and institutions. There were various forms of persecution. First, institutional discrimination made it difficult to access resources and opportunities that were readily available to white entrepreneurs. I had to fight to get financing, access to sales locations, and even register my company. Resistance was fierce because a Black woman's success challenged established racial and gender norms in society at the time. Promoting education and economic empowerment among Black women was seen as a threat to the status quo. My work attracted the attention of white supremacists and other racist groups who did not want to see Black people progressing and achieving economic independence. There were attempts to boycott my products and intimidate my sales agents. My participation in social causes and civil rights, especially my support of the NAACP and my campaign against lynching, also put me at risk. I received threats and was the target of intimidation, but I never let that dissuade me from my mission. I firmly believe that progress comes with struggle and sacrifice, and I was willing to face these challenges to create a better world for my community. Despite the persecution, I continued to grow my company and promote racial empowerment.
I want to record that we are very grateful for your persistence. It was no surprise that his story was told in books, films, and TV series.
Thank you very much for your kind words. It is a great honor to know that my story continues to inspire and impact so many people. My journey has been full of challenges, but also many victories, and it is gratifying to see that my legacy endures through books, films, and TV series. I hope that my trajectory of persistence and resilience continues to encourage others to fight for their dreams and work for equality and justice.
I know that you suffered a lot during your career. Even after you became rich, you went through difficult situations. Of all, what wasn't worth it?
When reflecting on my journey, I can say that each challenge faced had its value and contribution to my journey. However, if there is one thing that I feel was not worth it, it was the personal cost to my health. I worked tirelessly, often neglecting my own physical and emotional well-being, which eventually led to serious health problems such as high blood pressure and kidney complications that resulted in my early death at age 51. As I dedicated myself to my business and my mission to empower the Black community, I missed out on valuable moments with my family and friends. There were periods when the pressure and stress were so intense that I compromised my own well-being. If I could go back in time, I would try to find a better balance between my work and my personal health. Furthermore, some of the personal tensions and conflicts that have arisen, both in my professional and personal life, have brought suffering that perhaps could have been avoided with a different approach. Amid the struggle to build my empire and face racial and gender discrimination, there were moments of emotional exhaustion that were very painful. Still, I believe these sacrifices were part of the price to pay to achieve something greater. My biggest hope is that my story serves as a reminder that while it's essential to pursue our dreams with determination, it's also crucial to take care of ourselves along the way. The legacy I leave is proof that the fight was worth it, but there are always lessons to be learned about balancing our ambitions with the need for personal well-being.
Do you think your illness was a physical manifestation of so much pain and emotional trauma?
Yes, I believe that my illness was, in large part, physical manifestation of the pain and emotional trauma I had accumulated throughout my life. Living in a deeply racist and sexist society, facing extreme poverty, losing my parents at a young age, being abused, and the constant pressure of building and maintaining a successful business as a Black woman have all had a significant impact on my physical health and mental. The constant challenges and stress affected my body in ways I didn't fully understand at the time. At that time, understanding of the connection between mental and physical health was very limited, and it was common to neglect self-care in favor of relentless work. My dedication to my work and my mission was so intense that I often didn't realize how much it was draining me. The hypertension and kidney complications that led to my early death can be seen as a result of this chronic stress and unresolved emotional tensions. Working incessantly without paying due attention to rest and recovery ended up taking its toll. It's a painful but important lesson about the need to take care of your mental and emotional health, as well as your physical. I hope my story serves as a warning to other people about the importance of balancing work and personal well-being. It's essential to pursue our goals and fight for our dreams, but we must also remember to take care of ourselves along the way. Health and success must go hand in hand, and taking care of our mind and body is essential to sustaining our achievements in the long term.
To relax, can you tell us about your passion for driving your Waverly car?
Of course, I'm happy to share this lighter part of my life. My passion for driving my Waverly car is one of the fondest memories I have. Acquiring the Waverly Electric, one of the first electric cars, was a symbol of my success and independence. It was an elegant and innovative vehicle for its time. I loved the feeling of freedom it gave. Driving my Waverly through the streets of Indianapolis and later Harlem, New York, gave me a sense of control and achievement. It was an affirmation that despite all the adversity I faced, I had achieved a level of success and independence that few Black women of my time could even imagine. I remember how people looked at me, surprised to see a Black woman behind the wheel of such a modern car. For me, it was more than a means of transportation. It was a declaration that I was ahead of my time, and that Black women could and should occupy prominent spaces in society. I loved feeling the wind on my face while driving and the freedom to explore new places. Waverly was not just a status symbol, but also a mobility tool that allowed me to grow my business and reach more customers and sales agents. It was a way of showing that success was within our reach, and that modernity and innovation were part of our future. My passion for directing also reflected my independent spirit and my desire to challenge social norms. It was one of the ways I celebrated my achievements and had fun amidst the hard work and responsibility. Sharing this passion is a joyful reminder that even though I faced so many challenges, I also found ways to enjoy life and celebrate my victory.
Madam, we are already finishing. Can you tell us what made you different from all your competitors?
What made me different from all my competitors was the combination of several factors: innovation, commitment to quality, focus on community empowerment, and personal approach to serving my clients. Firstly, innovation was a key differentiator. I developed products that truly met the specific needs of Black women, using ingredients that were effective and safe for our hair type. While many products on the market were inappropriate or even harmful, my products, like Wonderful Hair Grower, were formulated to promote scalp health and healthy hair growth. This innovation in formulation made a big difference. Secondly, my commitment to quality was unwavering. I made sure that each product was effective and brought positive results to my clients. This commitment helped me earn the trust and loyalty of my customers, who saw my products as reliable solutions to their hair problems. Another crucial factor was the focus on community empowerment. By creating a network of sales agents made up of Black women, I provided significant economic opportunities in a time of extreme discrimination and few decent work options for us. I trained these women not only to sell my products, but also to be independent business owners and leaders in their communities. This collaborative and inclusive business model has helped expand my reach and impact significantly. Furthermore, the personal approach to customer service was a big differentiator. I deeply understood the needs and challenges of Black women because I lived them myself. This understanding allowed me to create close and trusting relationship with my client. Demonstrating and explaining the benefits of my products in person created a stronger bond and a more meaningful shopping experience. Finally, my own story of resilience and overcoming inspired others. My clients and sales agents saw in me an example that it was possible to overcome adversity and achieve success. This inspiration was a powerful motivational factor that set my brand apart. In short, what made me different was the combination of innovation, quality, community empowerment, and a personal and authentic approach. These elements have not only helped me rise above the competition, but also create a lasting legacy that continues to inspire generations.
In a time when we hope for unity and not segregation, can you leave a message for those who are going through a difficult phase, but dream of a better life?
Dear friends, I know that life can be extremely challenging, and that obstacles often seem insurmountable. I myself have faced countless adversities throughout my life, from extreme poverty, the early loss of my parents, abuse, and racial and gender discrimination. However, I want you to know that it is possible to overcome these difficulties and turn your dreams into reality. My message to you is this: believe in yourself. Regardless of the circumstances, keep faith in your abilities and the value of your dreams. You have the strength and ability to change your lives and achieve great things. Seek knowledge. Learning is a powerful tool. Try to continually learn, whether through books, experiences, or people around you. Knowledge opens doors and provides new opportunities. Build a support network. No one can achieve success alone. Find people who share the same values and dreams. Together, you can support, motivate, and achieve more than you could ever imagine. Empower each other. Throughout my life, I've realized that helping others achieve their goals also empowers our own path. Be sources of support and inspiration for those around you. Never give up. Path to a better life is long and arduous. Every step towards your goal is a victory. Even when challenges seem insurmountable, continue moving forward with courage and determination. Remember that you are capable of great things. Believe in the strength of your dreams and in the power of union and mutual support. Together, we can build a better future, full of opportunities and justice for all.
Madam C.J. Walker, it was a privilege to know your story a little more. She wondered how a black woman in post-abolition managed to get so far. You are an example of astuteness, vision, courage, work, and perseverance. Thank you very much.
The privilege was all mine. I am deeply grateful for this opportunity to share my story and for your kind words. It is a great honor to know that my journey can inspire and encourage other people. If my life and achievements can serve as an example of cunning, vision, courage, work, and perseverance, then I feel that my purpose has been fulfilled. Always remember that, regardless of the circumstances, with determination and faith in yourself, you can achieve great things. Thank you very much for the invitation and for the opportunity to remember and celebrate my journey. May you all continue to dream big and fight for a better future. With gratitude.
I hope you enjoyed the interview. Please leave a like and follow Resenha Historica for more content like this.